Happening right now, an FBI raid rocks a quiet neighborhood. In custody, a man suspected of leading a multi-million-dollar online gambling ring. Plus, swift response to an incident that sparked outrage nationwide. Find out what's next for the deputy who threw a student to the ground. But first, a military blimp is back on the ground after breaking free and floating for miles. Good afternoon, I'm Christine O'Donnell. The massive blimp came untethered around noon local time in Delaware. It took 4 hours for it to land all the way in Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, it's going down.
These are the first images we've seen from reporters at the crash site. Residents near there watched earlier as the blimp neared the ground. The blimp came untethered from its base at Aberdeen Proving Ground around noon, ascended 16,000 feet into the sky and floated into Pennsylvania airspace. NORAD says it's sending a recovery crew to the Moreland Township. Our Republican candidates for president are gearing up for their third round of debates. The debate comes as Ben Carson emerges the favorite over Donald Trump among likely Republican voters in Iowa. The caucuses there are less than 100 days away, so there's a lot riding on tonight's debate, especially for Jeb Bush. He's been struggling in the polls. A strong performance could provide a much-needed spark for his campaign. House Republicans have nominated Wisconsin Representative Paul Ryan as the next House Speaker. Ryan won support from 200 of the 247 members in the GOP conference. A vote will be held tomorrow morning. Though Ryan has one opponent for the spot, Florida Representative Daniel Webster, he is expected to take over for ongoing Speaker John Boehner. A South Carolina deputy who is seen on video toppling a student onto a classroom floor and throwing her several feet has been fired. The incident on Monday sparked swift national outrage. Deputy Ben Fields was trying to get the teen to leave the classroom after she was ordered by her teacher to get out of there for being non-compliant. But officials say Fields violated regulations and his training when he tossed the girl.
Deputy Fields did not follow proper training.
The 16-year-old student was arrested on charge of disturbing school. Authorities in Santa Clarita have arrested a prime player in a multi-million-dollar illegal gambling ring. Cyrus Arani was among 17 people indicted in California, New York, and Nevada on charges of unlawfully operating a sophisticated sports gambling enterprise that utilized an offshore-based gambling website to annually book, get this, more than $32 million in bets. The New York County District Attorney's Office says Arani decided on wager limits, approved new accounts, and all money collected was eventually funneled up to him. Firefighters are mopping up after battling a massive 3-alarm fire in Huntington Park. It broke out around 3:15 a.m. along the 2500 block of 57th Street, and it took nearly 100 firefighters about 4 hours to extinguish the blaze. Officials say a dollar store and 2 other neighboring buildings were affected. Firefighters used foam to put out hot spots and salvage property. No injuries have been reported. Coming up, a crazy end to a wild ride. Check it out, a driver winds up parking on a roof. Find out how this is even possible. Plus, police stage a boycott against an Oscar-winning director. Why they're uniting against Quentin Tarantino. Also ahead, an alarming report about bottles and weight gain. Why experts say too many parents are making their babies fat.